hustler, take what's mine. I'm so.
I want to ask you, like, what do you want to achieve in music? Like, when it's all said and done and they're writing that book about Down to Earth and Azure, what do you want it to be about? What do you want to achieve?
Man, I want it to be about how me and the people I work with, we all stayed in this lane that I feel like in a lot of ways we're digging ourselves. And we never wandered from it. We may have like looked at the other lanes and looked at we might have popped our head out to look around. Yeah. But as far as what we were primarily focused on was this lane of like, I guess being different in our specific case. Being different, being unique, and like holding true to that. Not letting anybody ever like shake that like core like road,
That's really cool. So like we can't expect the Down to Earth R&B project with choreography.
Never.
You can't expect a pop crossover with Charlie Puth on it.
Charlie Puth. Wow. That's Bro's name from Fast and the Furious.
You can't expect that. Y'all are gonna carve a niche.
Yeah, but the thing is, I think, going back to your question, like to achieve something, I think that's the way we're trying to achieve like our ultimate goal, which is to like gain the respect over any material possession or like any accolade. Like, of course, a Grammy would be amazing. Of course, like MTV Music Award, like anything
speak
like that
into existence. You know what
I'm saying. But the thing, I think the most important part of all of that is like for me and my team at least is to preserve this craft of music making. Like, I want to be 10 years in the game from now, still doing what I love to do, which is like writing music and producing music, and there's an audience that's still there. That's what keeps me like in the craft and in the world, is like to wake up every day knowing that there's somebody listening to my music or looking forward to listening to my new shit.
We've been doing shows for a long time. I would say maybe like almost 5 years, probably 5 years at this point.
In that neighborhood.
So we got a crazy connection on stage, and I wanted you to just explain to the people what you feel like, or how important. This is a two-part question. How important is the connection between the DJ and the artist? And then kind of speak on what it's like to perform on stage.
Okay. I think one thing a lot of people forget is that the dynamic like that is created between the DJ and the artist is like, is so much going on that isn't like visibly seen. Like, I think when you're in the crowd and you'll get sometimes like your eyes will wander and you'll look at the lights, you'll look at the DJ, you'll look at all the things that are going on behind the artist, and maybe that's when someone in the crowd may notice like, oh, he's up there doing something. Like, there's something going on behind the scenes that he's in charge of that we may not see or be like sensible of, but the dynamic is so key and important, because especially as your DJ and like seeing shows from small scale to like stadium scale to to like amphitheater scale, the thing that's important is that the music itself is the structure and the timing, and it's like a presentation thing. The songs have been made already and the set has been planned, but that chemistry on stage that's going on is like a constant thing. It's like there's changes being made, there's audibles being called, like songs are being like thrown in different orders sometimes, all based on how the show is currently going. So like if the crowd is reacting more to a certain vibe, or if the crowd is a specific crowd that we're not used to and they may like certain songs over others. And that's where it's like really important, because that's when me and you are literally like playing a game live. It's like weird because it's like rehearsed, yet it's always just like something different when we're actually on stage together.
Definitely.
I feel like I almost answered both the questions in one answer.
Yeah, that's straight though. I would say just to speak on those live calls, I think that's when it definitely is a test of our skill. And a lot of it will be said telepathically. Like, it won't be too many words exchanged because that would be weird in the show flow of the show. If I stopped and said, no, this song isn't working in this crowd right now. I see you guys aren't reacting to this. So, Justin, I need you to play this song and this.
Right.
It's more just like a certain look I could give and then a certain little confirmation, and then I'll just already know. You know what I'm saying? Like, and vice versa.
And that's what's really cool about it is because the thing is that we've built it over time. You know, the chemistry is not something that was there at first. I think one thing that's dope and people don't notice a lot is when you're especially when you're at an IAMSU caliber show where it's like a sold out crowd at like, you know, bigger venues. The thing that people don't notice is that the show's always gonna go smooth. So I'm never really talking when he's talking. Whenever talking needs to happen between certain songs, it just happens very smoothly. And I feel like when you're in the crowd, it's very normal for things at that caliber to be like that. But the dynamic is so important because it didn't always used to be like that. We had to get used to each other's timing.
Right.
And we had to get used to certain set structures and like how that's like built out and how the chemistry is like progressed over time. It's like an evolution. To get to that point where now it's like whenever we hit the stage, it's very fluid. It's like talk, song, like pump the crowd up, song, like it's very fluid. It's like as if the structure is not even there when I think it's like innately in there and it's been built, you know?
I think that's really cool. And I think that's something that people need to know because, you know, it can't just happen like us jumping on stage. That's not how it works.
Yeah,
you know, so.
Shit ain't easy, man.
So the reason why he's my DJ is, and number one, I wanted to say, I started off, I didn't know he DJ'd at first, but Kuya Beats told me, you know, we went to high school with Just, he DJs. Because first DJ Eamon was my DJ. So we went to his apartment, you feel me, and we tried it out, we rehearsed, and then it just clicked, and then from there on, he's been rocking ever since. So it's just crazy, so shout out to Kuya for putting that together. But,
Wizard.
Exactly. The next question I want to ask is like, where did you get your name from, and what is the meaning behind it?
So I picked my name, and I know it's weird and it's hard to say, but I stuck with it because it actually does mean something cool to me. I picked it when I had moved away for school, and it was the first time where I wasn't living with my parents. It was the first time where I couldn't call my friends and hang out with them like whenever I wanted. And it was the first time where I wasn't living in the Bay Area. So when I picked my name, all that this was going on, and I was trying to pick something that like encapsulated that, like meant that. And I felt like I was like trying to think of like what was the one thing that stayed the same, like as far as like from my past and my current day self and like my future. And to me, that the answer to that was the sky. I felt like the one thing that is our like constant keeper in a way is like the sky, because it's always watching us, whether it's like cloudy or whether it's like sunny. It's always this constant like this blue vast like sky up there, and it's just watching us every day. Like whether I was like 8 years old like playing my Game Boy, or whether I was like scribbling rhymes as like a 16 17-year-old in my mom's room, like the sky was always outside. It's always up there watching us. So my name is derived from a word that means the color of the sky. So that's why I picked it. I feel like it means me at all times, whether it's me in the future or me now. Like,
I think what would be cool is if you said my name is this and it means this. You feel me?
Yeah. My name is AZURE. That's AZURE. It means the color of the sky, and the sky is my keeper.
Is that good how you did it?
That's pretty deep.
Okay. Another thing people might not know about us is that we went to high school together. And I graduated 1 year after him. So we really close in age. I don't even know if it's a year, a full year, but you know, we went to high school together. Pinot Valley, shouts out Pinot Valley Spartans. Any kids out there watching? You feel me? Shouts out Pinot Valley, stay in school. But what do you feel like, because, you know, we went to a really musical school.
We did.
What was your favorite memory from high school?
My favorite memory from high school is And it's funny that you say we were in music school. I started making music, or I started rapping when I was 17. I guess like the beginning of my junior year in high school. And one of my favorite days in high school was the day that I used to be in a duo. And the name of that duo was Jurassic Park. Because my real name is Justin, and my partner, his name was Rasik. He was like this Pakistani dude. And so together we were Jurassic Park. We come a long way. But our mixtape was named 3 Math Books, 2 Prom Tickets, 1 Hustle.
Hey, tell them why you made that.
We made it because that year, for whatever reason, we had, me and him, my partner at the time, we had lost 3 math books. And you know, in high school, when you lose a math book or you lose a textbook, you have to pay for it at the end of the year.
Too.
Yeah. So we were broke. On top of that, we were trying to get to prom and take dates to prom. So we needed 2 prom tickets, and it was 1 Hustle. I remember when that mixtape had come out, it was crazy. It had like, it was funny what was on the cover. But when the mixtape came out, we literally we had printed up like 100 of them and sold them to all our friends at school, and it was like $5. And one of the recipients of that mixtape was a very young IAMSU at the time.
I support it.
And that was an awesome memory from high school that day. I'll remember that day forever.
Bro, I feel like I also bought a Livestrong wristband from you, bro.
Yes, damn, rare fact. I sold Livestrong. I sold the pink ones and the yellow ones. I remember.
I bought a blue one. That said Hope. I bought that one.
Right.
Yeah. So that's funny. So, you know, we go back. Like, of course, you've been my DJ for almost 5 years, like I said. But before that, we went to school together. Like, I had Spanish class with this man, like, 3 years in a row. You feel me? So this is my brother right here, man. I want to formally introduce him to y'all, man. Thank y'all for watching the first episode of Tapped In with IAMSU. Until we meet again, man, thank you for coming on, brother.
Yeah, man. Anytime.
Hey.
Running a couple plays at the same damn time. I'm so sit back and just watch my moves. I'm so you couldn't walk a mile in my shoes. I'm so Chief's house was the trap house. I'm on lime legs putting slaps out. Yeah, kill one was the warm up. Kristen picked me up in a Honda. Said hold 2 shows.